Hello friends, and welcome! We are back to the PvP showdown between IR and his opponent Bork, with an actual creative racial pick from IR's side. Of course, we rely additionally on democracy inherent bonusi to money and research, as well as subterranean and population growth. In the last episode, we colonized the lucrative Near system with a couple of ultra-riches and one abundant system planet. Too good. We are going to Tamatech or Tamek system, pretty mediocre system, but we have a problem: we cannot reach Yadith system, which is natural continuation of our efforts. We got Administrator Kimbozi, the farming leader, and Commander Hawk, the astrogator. Some notable technologies we got in the last episode include Holy Simulator plus 20% of everything from planet it's built on. Planter's Supercomputer plus 10 research points per turn flat and plus 2 from each researcher. And Subterranean Farms plus 6 food. And of course, last but not the least, Virtual Reality Network plus 20% globally on each of your planet output of across the board, money, research, production, food, you name it. So let's get back to the game. And we started with the research of fusion technologies, which is great to have, but nothing groundbreaking. Our main question right now: will we colonize Tamek system or not? But it seems I don't see any outpost ships which may help with the colonization of a better system. Additionally, we don't research right now any better fuel technologies to be able to travel farther. So it seems Tamatech it is, or Tamek. Why am I calling it Tamatech? By the way, maybe I'm making a fool of myself and IR right now maybe researches the deuterium cells, I didn't catch it. But even if it's like this, still he needs a couple of, he actually researches the deuterium fuel cells and he will get it. So with those he may continue to travel to Yamek system or any other system at the upper half. We'll see it right away. For now, it's near colony base, and near right now is Powerhouse, the best system YAR has right now. And we're colonizing Tamek system. By the way, those outpost base is not wasted. It translates or transforms into barracks, marine barracks in your planet immediately, so you don't need to build those at that planet. So it's quite a nice touch. Why he did that? Because each turn matters. And the Tamek system is okay. You can farm there, you can research there, and you need to store your population somewhere, especially when you're specialized at population growth. And by the way, we got cloning centers as well last time, so those producing population, let's say it like this, each turn additionally. Again, increasing the need of additional space for the population. So now we see IR Iron Yedith system or Beer system, again quite great systems. They're quite, let's say, not great, but in the upper half of spectrum, better than the Tamek system at least, because they have rich systems, rich planets there. Okay, next research is actually pollution processor. We saw that got like 70 pollution or something to some of his production systems. So anti-pollution tech is really needed right now. As you can see, it's like 90 pollution or something. Biosphere is going down again, increasing the maximum size of his planet to host even more population. As we already discussed, the more population, maximum population you have, the better it is pollution wise and structure efficiently wise. So you don't need to build as much buildings to get full benefit, because they built just on one system, not on a couple of those, for example. Moreover, aside of course time and production you invest, it is maintenance cost each turn, and it all adapts. We are continuing to build colony ships. Now the name of the game is to explode with expansion right now, because we have a great system near. We already developed a couple of good systems with rich planets there, which have most of the needed buildings to get their output at desirable levels. So now we should see colony ships, and colony ships with frequent scouts as well. Couple of turns for colony ship and turn. We go for another turn. And we get Merclite missile, great missile, has upped the damage to 18 in this modification and pollution processor. Let's see where IR goes next. And atmospheric rainier, the next field, which consists of a couple of missile tech and pollution tech as well. Much needed anti-pollution technology. Because, yeah, pollution processor would cut the pollution in half. However, if it's like 70 or 90 pollution, it's the 70 or 90 pollution which you don't get as a production. Even if you cut it in half, it's 35, 40 or 45 pollution, which still you don't get as a production. It's huge, just huge amount. Just in comparison, abundant system, one population on production at abundant system gives you 3 production. So when you're losing 30 or 40 production, you're losing production from 10 of your population or so. So it's like your 10 of your a dozen of your population does not do anything, just for the perspective. And in the early game, and we're in the early game right now, even one unused population in a couple of turns where your population does not do what they need to do, and which is production or research, you will feel those wasted opportunities or turns in the later game. So a bit of a perspective where IR could move next. I think it would be this system because it's closest and has the best possible planet to colonize. However, Scutalum system as well is a good pick. However, it is guarded by a monster. So I feel it's this system and then BR system after that. However, we should see that in the future what IR decides to do with his colonizing strategy, which is quite important. Not only combat tactics has great influence on the outcome of the game. What order of technology you choose, or should I say researching of technologies, what order of colonization process you choose, what system to colonize first. It's on the surface in the first glance, because of course you need to colonize the best possible system with the production values here. But sometimes it's not so clear cut. For example, with this system of Tamek, which which we are forced to colonize because we don't have a means to get to a death system immediately. And as we already discussed, each turn matters. So it's art in itself to develop your imperium, your faction the right way. Okay, we see a couple of colony ships in production. A few turns and we will have those built. Shuffling population to address some food surpluses or shortages. Continue to order additional colony ships. I'm waiting for the next research. Name of the game: more research, more colony ships. As always, try to buy things as you have a possibility to do so, as you have opportunity. Idle money is wasted money. They do nothing. This game doesn't have any deposit or banking system to have some compound interests. Okay, so a couple of things have been bought. I'm trying to see about colony ship because we have a dip in quite a heavy dip in monies. So no, colony ship is still building the traditional way. As with those guys with the picks in mining helmets, chipping away at those rocks to produce that colony ship. Yeah, I'm not too serious about the things. Okay, saving production or storing production using star bases, as you can see here, to the next building, which is atmospheric renewer. It's a nice trick to do before you have technology researched, yeah, which gives you a building or structure which you want to construct. You're saving your production by producing something else. And when you hit the needed technology, you immediately switch those production queue to the building you just researched to have it built almost instantly. And we have encountered our opposition, the Great Sakura Empire, the Bork Empire, should I say. And I'm eagerly await what graphs we should see and what racial faction peaks Bork have chosen. Okay, checking possible road for the colonization, and we see Sakura unification, industrial production, subterranean. So heavy production-based faction. Unification gives 50% to farming and to production, and additionally, Bork chooses to +3 production as well. Population Sakura favor, building Sakura favor, fleet Sakura favor, technology heavily our favor. This is expected. This was expected. Okay, for the understanding, yeah, what type of planets we have in comparison to the planets our opposition has. So mostly all the most lucrative planets, no monster systems were conquered because we didn't see combats. There were still 3 systems against 9 systems. Quite a disparity. Again, this is expected, as we already know, and why it is so unconventional. Creative race has a disadvantage in the beginning, because creative is quite an expensive racial peak, which you may substitute with other economical boosts, which again propels you in the mid and late game much faster. However, more time passes, the stronger creative race becomes. So, no biggie. Because as of right now, we're right in the middle of expansion boost. So in no time we will have a couple of additional systems. Maybe it's hard to believe, but believe me guys. With all those quality buildings and that couple of rich and ultra-rich planets we have already almost fully developed, we will see those colony ships being churned like hotcakes. And here we go, next turn. A little bit less pollution, you may see that visually. Atmospheric renewers still being built to diminish pollution even more, increasing production, which is always great. However, it's not the pinnacle of like pollution production output, and we won't be able to catch up to our opposition, because returning to the racial peaks of our opposition, 50% to production includes any additional production you get from buildings from your other racial peaks. So it's much more than just +1, +3 production, for example, from building from, for example, if you have +4 production for each of your colonists, this 15% gives you additional 2. So it's a 6 instead of 4. Only things which is not influenced by this racial bonus is flat production, which a building like automated factory gives. Another batch of researched technologies. Psionics it doesn't give us any moral boost, only to feudal and dictatorship government systems. It gives moral boost, however it still gives a hefty spine bonus, so it's great to have. What interested there is weather system, +2 to food production from each population on the farming duties, which is again just huge. It will free up so much hands across the empire, and all those freed population from farming duties will go elsewhere, to production of course, or to research. And production and research, obviously, what we do right now extensively to get needed technologies, to get enough colony ships, colony bases, wealth. Talking about wealth, we have this advantage compared to our opposition. But I saw that Bork picked expert traders, which gives, let's say, not directly, but additional income if you play your cards right. For example, you have additional income for surplus of food, which matters in the beginning of the game, and you're trading goods. When you're converting your production to money, which is called trading goods, so you actually do not produce anything from a planet by doing this. However, you're producing money, you're getting twice as much, or 1 BC for 1 production, let's say it like this. So still some optimization which brings our position even closer to us, even in the things which we should be better. We're still better, but not by wide margin. Of course, our research capabilities are much higher, not only because we are a democracy, but because we're a creative race, and a couple of technological fields consist of a couple of research-related technologies which non-creative race cannot have, and Bork is not a creative race. Cloning centers going down, additional population growth. As you already know, what the doctor ordered, the more population you have, the more production and research you have, and the closer you to a victory. Because if you have better ships, you have more ships than your opposition, you'll win. Even if you're talking about planetary defenses here, same deal. Here, planetary defenses are no joke. Planetary shields are impenetrable without certain technologies and certain weapons. You need to bring bombs, you need to bring some ways to get those bombs to those planetary shields. Some exposition to what we have and where we could go. I still think, yeah, this system is a great pick. Then it's maybe BR system, simply because of their richness values of the planets there. Richness and maximum population. Everything else is a bit less good or guarded by monsters. Bomber base got researched, troop pods and interceptors. All is great, all is good. Especially in the professional hands of players like IR. With a couple of decades of playing this game of experience. I see a Space Academy being built, so in near future we should see some combat vehicles, combat ships. This is a telltale sign, because without Space Academy you'll get a bit weaker crew of your ships experience-wise. This game has ship crew which gains experience in the battles or stationary in the systems with the Space Academies. And if a ship is built at the planet where Space Academy is, it gets one additional crew level immediately. Instead of a green crew, you start with a regular crew, which translates in beam defense bonus-i, offensive bonus-i, which in turn gets you to better initiative, better precision with your weapons, beam weapons mostly, and better survivability. Obviously, you won't pass up on those benefits. We're going to Zingara system, so instead of going to deeper on his territory, IR decided to go deeper towards enemy territory, and this is a sound choice actually. The faster you get those planets closer to the front lines, the faster you may develop those, and they may be better fortified, better prepared to the imminent assault on those, or they just be better for constructing new ships, producing new ships. So yeah, even if there is a better system, oh nice, pirate cage gives us 125 BC, always great. And we have Yadith, which is now Tundra system. Okay system to have. Then the next one will be a Sandara system. Still as well good system to have, considering especially that in the system has a planet with gold deposits. In this stage of the game, +5 gold is not as impactful, but still nothing to sneeze on. Sending scouts at the upper top corner of the galaxy map to see what's there, because our initial map reveal already doesn't cover those systems, and it's always good to scout, maybe to find pirate cages, or just a great system to colonize. So much building to build. This is the problem with the creative race. You have so much stuff to do, but not enough population production systems to do this fast enough. Still a great problem to have, I feel. I feel it's a great problem. Much better when you don't have either. Decent leaders for repulsive. Not as good as it could be, but still sufficient. Robominers is researched, and the next is ion technologies. Ion drive, ion cannon. It's maybe only one instance where you will see ion cannon maybe in combat, because most of the time it is skipped in favor of other technology in the same field. Unfortunately, because it's quite a fun weapon to use. Shuffling population to maximize the development of newly built, newly colonized systems, planets. Addressing food shortages, I can talk, surpluses, and making some systems or preparing to some systems for scouting duties. Housing duties. Yeah, we're close to 30 minutes mark and my language starts to slip. I feel I should end the episode soon. But still, let's see what's going to happen. IR sends one of his colony ships to Bojana system, maybe to continue elsewhere, or maybe it's his goal to colonize that system. Not their best system to colonize, considering there is a beer system. Looking for some distances. Terran's okay-ish system, or should I say even good system. There is a 16 population, max population rich system, and decides, or at least for now decides to go there. Again, it's a system close to the opposition, deeper to the opposition front. Always good to have the system colonized as early as possible. However, you cannot colonize anything 6 parsecs and closer to closest position system. So 7 parsecs is okay. This is the agreed conditions for most games of VDC modification, additionally to 115 turn of non-aggression pact or non-aggression agreement. So you cannot attack any colonies till 116th turn, 116th turn. You can still fight any fleets in any places, even at systems of your opposition. You can kill scouts, destroy scouts, you can destroy outposts, by the way. However, you cannot attack colonies till 116th turn. And it's a way to go before this. We have a ways to go. Okay, guys, I think I should wrap it up for now. Let's wait for IR to end his turn. As always, all their links in the description. Please feel free to join our friendly Discord. Please feel free to leave your commentaries, and of course, please tune in for the next episode. You see it on your screen right now, or should see it on your screen. And as always, have a great day and bye bye!